about it. Oh my God, I have to create a ton of videos, a ton of photos, a ton of animations. But if you plan ahead and you put everything down, this is possible. This is actually possible. So today we're going to share this, how to actually create a game plan for your business, for your strategy, or anything you want to do for your business or personal brand. Hello, Do Foods, how are you? So you have a food account, I guess. This is super important because actually we are creating batch content for one food account, and this is great. And we actually run like a foodie account also. We have like uh, a mixed, healthy food account, and we create batch content for it also. So this is super, super important, and we have a ton to share about the topic. So here's Laura.
Hello, hello. Good morning, guys. Good morning on YouTube. Good morning on Instagram. Happy Thursday. Happy TDC Thursday. I hope you guys are having a great day and a great week. And I'm very excited for today's topic on YouTube. We're talking all about how to create content for your product brand. So this is something that we truly love here at the agency, and it's something that we really, really focus on. So we're so excited to be able to share all those insights with you because we do it with lots of brands, different brands, and it's really, really something that seems so hard. It seems like it's an eternal process. It seems like we have to do so many different things in different aspects of it, but really when you centralize your thoughts and you really have a plan down, it's so much easier.
Exactly. And as I said before, it's easy for you, it's easier for your team, easier for the project you're running. If you're a personal brand, if you're a business, if you're selling products online, you can take advantage of these strategies we're teaching you today, because if you plan everything in 1 or 2 days, you have the whole month to be able to focus on interactions, on how to grow your account, on one-on-one DMs, or anything you want, because the content is already done. And this is the most complex part of the process. So I think we're ready to go.
Yeah.
And let's get started.
YouTube, if you have any questions, I see you guys logging on. Just leave them down in the comments and we'll answer them as we go. Same thing for Instagram. You guys know how it works. I have my tea, like always. Let me scoop back. YouTube, hello from Portugal. Wow, I love Portugal. How are you guys doing? Awesome. How's everything going? Tell me where else you are watching from. Same thing on Instagram. Hello, hello. We're talking all about creating content for your product brand.
So guys, how are you today? So happy to get started this one. Let me check if the camera is rolling. Yes. So everything is good to go. You can always watch the replay on our accounts on any social media platform. We reuse this content, and this is one of the strategies we're talking today. So we create batch content, that's right. So today you're gonna learn how to plan the content for your product brand. You can also use this strategy if you're a personal brand, but this is specifically for product-based companies because this is what we focus on. So we're just sharing everything we know. So let's get started.
All right. How to plan content for your product brand. The first thing you have to do is you have to ask yourself these questions. And if you're watching right now on Instagram, I would highly recommend that you take a screenshot of this because this is going to help you out so much during your process. So what audience, who am I trying to reach this month? It should always be the same person, but in specific, right before you're sitting down to create your content, right before you're thinking about what to do, ask yourself, okay, let me go back to the center and think about who's my audience. Next, what's my goal? So, we're putting out content, but what's it really for? It's not just to fill up some empty space. It should have a goal behind it, whether it's getting people to buy your product, a specific product. Let's say if you have a product launch getting people to sign up for something, getting people to attend your event, building your awareness, sharing some news. There's tons of goals. Think of your specific goal. And as always, a little tip is always add a metric to your goal. So sell X amount of these new shoes. Get 25 people to attend my event in person, whatever it may be, okay? What are my best sellers this month? So what's really, really spiking this month? What's creating a boom? What's something that a lot of people would like this month? We always have to think about that, and we always tie that into seasons, what's going on. It's the best way. You can't really pretend like your store, you're selling stuff and to not care about what's going on the outside. Let's say if it's Christmas, let's say if it's Valentine's Day, that you should have something that automatically ties into that you know will be a good seller. Then, how's the logistics? So what's going on internally that you have to work on? So this is something that we always sit down and ask whenever we're speaking with the client before we're creating their content. What's your strength at this moment? What's something that you're doing really good in? Maybe it's your delivery time. Maybe it's your customer service. Okay, write that down. And now what's something that you have to work on? What are something that you have to improve on? And that's something that every business always needs to be aware of. So this really ties and comes into place when you're creating your content, because knowing this helps you create content around that in order to improve that on the way. So it's not, let's say, okay, let's use a regular example that a lot of people can relate to. For example, I want to start running. Okay, do I just want to start running? What can I literally do today that's going to help me get in the mood to start running? Maybe buying my running shoes, maybe waking up early and making time, putting it on my schedule that I'm gonna make time to actually go outside and go running. That's exactly what you're doing with your content when you're planning these questions.
Exactly. So you might be asking, so how does this work if I'm doing it for myself or if I'm doing it with TDC Digital Agency, for example? We first sit down with the actual client and we ask these questions every single month. So basically, we start with a questionnaire. We sit down with the client and just ask the first day when we start the strategy meeting. And these are the conversations inside the call. So what audience? What's my goal? Bestsellers, the logistics, all of this. So then we can go ahead to the drawing board and start planning the content we're going to create. So this is the first step. But before that, maybe some people are like, okay, what's the importance of creating content, daily content? Is this a good strategy? What does that bring to my business? So the idea here, creating content is a long-term game. This is like creating awareness for your brand. So everyone is on social media. Everyone is on social media, as you know, and they see you every day. They connect with your brand. You educate, you entertain, and you also sell to them. So in order for you to be present every day, you need to have relevant content. And this is why content marketing is so important. There are many ways you can reach your audience, but one of the strategies is content marketing. And in our opinion, and many experts in the industry just focus on content marketing because this is super crucial to be able to propel a brand in 2020, 2021, or any years that are coming. So this is super important, and you need to keep in mind that from all your marketing efforts, you need to live based on content marketing, because that's the only way you're going to start communicating with your audience, you get your message across, and you start creating interactions that are actually meaningful. So now that you understand this, now the best way for you to start is that ask these 4 questions and start planning your content and get the team going. So you start creating videos, photos, everything around these questions, okay?
Rao, we see your comment there. This is done with the Instagram Live template, and you can download it too by going to tdcdigitalagency.com/IG live, okay? It's a free template on Canva, and you can create your own design for whenever you're going on Instagram Live, okay? Next. So what's going on this month? That's something that I already touched on. Is there anything special to promote? Like I already mentioned, you cannot just pretend like you are a brand and you're not tying into anything that's happening outside, whether it's weather, season, holidays, special events, news that's happening. This is super, super important, and it really helps your content because it also helps you think of props. So props is extra little details that you add onto your content. And it's something that we absolutely love. And we spend a lot of time deciding our props for all of our photo shoots, all of our content shoots, because it really makes a difference. So for example, props can be a flower, it can be a little detail, it can be, if you're working with food, it can be the ingredients of the food. And this is something that really, really has to go tied into what's happening outside. So for example, for any season, and my favorite is always holiday season because it's just so easy to relate to. Whenever we're creating content that quarter, we always make sure to have little presents, little bows, little Christmas things, different things. Hello, we see you. So make sure that you're always tying it also to what's going in outside and how you can relate your content to that.
Exactly. And as we do it in TDC Digital Agency, we actually dedicate a full day to actually find these props and start thinking about the content. So we go around, we send the team out to be able to collect the best of the best, to be able to work with the brand and be able to transmit, because it's not only putting the product out and creating a video or a photo. You need to create an ambience for this. So we go actually out and find these props. And also many, many business owners that we work with, they actually send us something that relates to the actual brand. So they start sending the POP material, they send anything regarding the product that actually complements the idea and the ambience of this. Okay?
Love that. Mm-hmm. And every brand has something, no matter what you are, there's always something that you identify with or that your brand really, really feels identified with. So think of that. Write down what's something that an object, a little prop, a little detail that helps identify my brand.
Exactly. So the next.
Hello, Jacqueline.
Yeah. How are you, Jacqueline? So where are you watching us from? Awesome to see you. All right. So what we recommend for the 30 days. After you plan everything, okay, you have all your questions, you know your goals, you know what's going on this upcoming season, and you have all your products ready to go. So now it's time to create the content and plan out what's going to go. So the best way first is to get up a piece of paper, a whiteboard, and start planning out each piece of content by itself. So then you know when you start creating the content, you are taking the camera and just taking pictures and videos. You're not wasting time just going around and trying to just, on the fly, trying to decide things, or I just put this here, this might look good or whatever. So the best way for you is you already have a list ready to go, and I have to do a 1-minute commercial video. So you actually know the shots that you're going to need to be able to accomplish this. It doesn't have to be super, super detailed to the point that's, I need to do this and that. But if you have an idea already in place, everything is so much easier. So this is what we recommend. This is the best and optimal combination for Instagram and Facebook content for businesses. And this is what actually we push inside the agency. And someone comes and start working with us, we actually create this bundle of posts that are ready to go. So we first start with 1-minute commercial video, which we find a focus around that. We try to find, what we actually want to say in 1 minute. What's the most important message that we have to say in these 4 weeks? So we create that on a video.
And normally that 1-minute commercial really, really goes into the logistics. What's something that we need to improve on that would also help out our consumers, our customers. So for example, if it's making sure they understand the online ordering process, that month we make sure to do a full 1-minute video commercial explaining how the whole checkout process works online.
Exactly. So the questions, maybe you're getting frequently asked questions every single day. And a video, a 1-minute video can help you answer these questions, and it's actually going to save you time. So it's so much easier. Someone asks you, so how do I do the checkout process? Or what's the delivery method? Or whatever questions you're getting, then you can take this video and you can send the social media post, the YouTube video, or the Facebook video to this person, and they can watch it, and it's so much easier for you because you don't have to go one by one answering these questions. So this is super important. That's why we always focus on this 1-minute commercial in any content batch that we create. Then do better animations. This is super great because this is a fun thing to do when you consume content on social media, because it's not a picture and it's not a video, but it's a combination of the two, plus some animations on top that can have a game, maybe something that they can interact with. The customer, the audience that's consuming the content, they can be drawn to this piece of content because these animations are super, super cool to watch. So these are also 2 pieces of content that we recommend inside this 30-day plan.
Next, we have the 5 graphic quotes. So whenever we talk about that strategy, educate, entertain, and sell, this would fall into the entertain category. It can also be educational, but really the goal of this is to create viral content. So what's something that people can relate to? Normally, the easiest and fastest way to do this is with a graphic quote. So an actual text quote, depending on what your brand does. So let's say if I have a brand that sells planners, maybe I want to do a motivational quote saying how today's going to be an amazing day and everybody's going to get all of their to-do things done. That's something that people that follow my brand and that buy from me or that want to buy from me, potential customers, that's something that they would like because they can truly relate to, okay, I need a planner, I have to get these things done. They'll see that quote and they'll react to it. And our goal really is to get them to share it with others by either saving it and using it later on or sharing it to their stories and sending it to their friends, okay? That's one of our main goals, and that's the best way to do that is always with graphic quotes.
Exactly. Then following, we have the GIFs. So this is the most fun part because
GIF, whatever you say.
Exactly. So as you know, Instagram loops the videos over and over again. There are many ways to do this and many creative ways to actually send a message across using these little videos that loop around. So if you haven't seen it around, you can see it. It's a loop video that goes over and over and over again. But you can get creative. Maybe you have something that's maybe a person running and you're advertising some shoes, and this person running is like running endlessly running time and time again, and then you can put some animations on top, you can put a cool thing around, so you can bring actually the product into life with this loop video. So the best part of this is that you actually, when you create the 1-minute commercial video, you can actually reuse some of the takes and create GIFs from this. So you actually save time when you create this. So that's why we recommend and we love these videos because they're super useful and you can also repurpose the content from it, okay?
I feel like that, not only that, side note, who knows the right way to say GIF or GIF? I say GIF.
I say GIFs also.
No, you say GIF.
Yeah, well.
What's the right way to say it? Hello, YouTube, tell us because we vary depending.
Exactly. So now you know it's like 1-minute video commercial, 2 better animations, 5 graphic quotes, and 10 GIFs. And finally, we have the 12 professional photos.
Exactly. So these are actual product photos that you're going to share on your Instagram or on your Facebook. Remember that this is our list in specific for these 2 platforms. So these professional photos, we always vary depending on what the product is. We like to have a couple white background photos, but we take the background out and then we put it on a different setup that really draws the attention. And we also love having lifestyle photos of the product in motion and action with its consumers, with its potential customers. We really like bringing that product to life. That's one of the things that we strive in whenever we're creating content. Where do we use that product? Who uses that product? How is that product used? These are all questions that you need to ask yourself in order to think about, okay, what kind of photos do I want to have? Because obviously, let's say if we're working with this mug and all of our photos are just a picture of the mug like this, then it would kind of get boring. But if we do the mug with some cool drink being poured, and then the mug, let's say when you're running out to your car and you have to leave your mug behind and then a coffee spills, or your mug in your work area, your mug maybe when you're going to sleep, because this can also be used for a nighttime tea or a nighttime whatever you drink. There's so many different ways to go around than just taking a blank photo of this mug. So get creative, think about those different things, think about those different aspects of it whenever you're doing your product photography. The more different you can make it, the better, okay?
Exactly. And also remember, if you add all of these, it's 30 posts. It's 1 post per day, but it's not actually the only thing you're going to do. So if you already schedule this 1 post per day, everything is done. The first week of the month, everything is ready to go. But now you need to interact with people and you need to start getting out. You need to do an outreach campaign. This is the most important part. This is something that's included within the package inside the agency. We do an outreach campaign, we do the ads, everything is a strategy around this. But this is actually the first step of actually propelling your account online using Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, or TikTok, depending on the platform you're using. But if you have the content ready and everything is scheduled and you actually thought about it, you strategize around it, it's so much easier for you to be able to do outreach and to be able to do ads and to be able to actually grow your account and increase the awareness of your business or personal brand. So this is the most important part, okay? However, so you're asking, okay, but this is the actual grid of the account. Should I repost my clients' pictures, testimonials, reviews, photos? Should I use Instagram stories? What should I do around that? That's actually super important also. You should be on it. You should have like a day-to-day kind of tour of your place, establishment, some interviews with your clients. You can put these on stories, for example. This is only for the grid. This is only for the upfront store, the upfront phase of your actual social media presence. But there are many things that go around this.
Yeah.
So don't think that, okay, I only create 30 posts, 1 per day, and that's it.
Bye-bye.
I won't see you until next month, and hopefully the account is going to grow. No, this is only the first step. But if you have this part ready, which is the part that takes most time, that you always like, okay, what should I post today? That's going to take you like 30 minutes per day. It's easier for you to do it in 1 or 2 days. And then you have time to be able to be creative and to be able to get your personality across using Instagram stories, IGTV, or client testimonials, IG Live, and all of these, okay?
That's a really good point. I love that. And YouTube, I see you guys joining along. So if you have any questions on what we're talking about, just go ahead and leave us the question down in the chat, okay? So that's super, super important. I love that you mentioned that, because it's not just about that. It's not just about what you're posting, but really the support, the interaction that you're doing with the people that are coming on. So I hope you guys had a chance to screenshot the last slides that you saw where you actually can put that into action, okay? Remember that when you plan everything, you save the time and you go straight to the point. So the goal of this is for you to know exactly what you're doing before you start creating your content. It's so different when you literally know exactly what I'm going to do with the mug, how I'm going to use it, what props I'm going to do, than sitting there one day, getting a camera. Okay, here's the mug. Now what? We don't have any props. We don't know if we're going to need extra people. We don't even know if we're going to have to go to different locations, okay? So make sure you plan your stuff out before you get started with your content. Okay, that's the one thing. If you take one thing from this live, remember that. Okay, write that down. And next time you're going to create content for your product, think about us, remember us, and say, that's right. Lauren Gabriel told me that I had to plan before actually getting started with my content. So let me start planning now.
And it's fair to find ideas, for example, online. Go to your niche and find your hashtags and go around, snoop around and see what your competitors are doing. How can you inspirations? How can you level up the game? And if you're doing this way, maybe you can add some creative touch to it. So when you are in the planning process, don't think like, okay, it's a blank canvas. What should I do now? So don't waste time and get the wheels rolling by going to other accounts and snooping around to see what's working, what is not working, because there are many ways, many strategies you can use to create this content. So let me put the list once again so you can screenshot it.
Last time, take your chance right now, screenshot it on YouTube. I'll add it in the description so that you guys can have that and write that down. Okay, so remember, this is for 30 days. 1 1-minute commercial video, 2 vector animations, 5 graphic quotes, 10 GIFs or GIFs, and 12 professional product photos, okay?
Exactly. So once you have these, it's so much easier for you to be able to get and streamline the content every single day, just on autopilot. You create it once, everything is ready to go, and we recommend using our buffer or Sketch Social to schedule this content. It's super easy. So you can go to the link of our kit. Maybe we can put that down below so you can get the promotional code of any of these platforms. It's actually going to help you to be able to think of the other things and be doing outreach and different things, not only thinking about what I'm going to post today. So this is the most consuming part of creating content online, and it's the most rewarding part, but you actually need to put the time into it. And also remember, TDC Digital Agency is here to help you in this process. If you're like, okay, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to be able to think about content and all of this. And I know it's super important because, as you know, content marketing is the big pillar in 2020. So just go ahead, contact the team, and you can go to tdcdigitalagency.com. And you can find, we actually have 1 spot left this month, July 2020. So make sure to get on and apply there. We can actually review your business to see if we're a good fit for you.
Exactly. And this also applies to any brand worldwide. We just have to make sure that your product can be shipped to our studio. Okay. So that's also part of the application. So maybe if you're like, does my product work? Does it not? Then don't hesitate to reach out to us and we'll get that answer for you. All right.
Exactly. So thank you so much for listening to this live. You can also watch the replay, and if you want to screenshot any of the information. And thank you so much, YouTube, or people listening to the podcast. It's always awesome to hear you, and it's always awesome to interact with you.
Also, get your good karma points and send this to any person that you know, any friend that you have, any family member that you have that has a physical product brand. So they sell physical products online. I promise you they're going to be very, very thankful.
Exactly. And if you have any ideas for next episodes, or if you have any questions about digital marketing, please go ahead and send it through any social media platform at Lara Gomez or at Hey Menezes or at TDC Digital Agency. So happy to see you once again. And see you next time. See you next Thursday.
Thank you, YouTube. Bye-bye, Instagram.
Bye-bye. Take care, guys, and see you soon, okay?
Bye-bye.